Well, I had that left and this little bit left, and got a flat tire on the back of the combine. I didn't know what was going on. I was cutting, turned around here on the end rail. I don't know if I ran over a deer horn or something. I don't know what it was. But got to cutting, turned around and got going, and I noticed my header, my snouts weren't on the ground. The tips weren't close to the ground like they had been. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. Felt her a little squirrely and looked in the mirror, and I'll show you the tire. And this happened. Yep, this happened. That sucks. Sucks. Tire must have started leaking down or something. I don't know what happened. Blew. Something happened. Who knows? So, coming out to fix it.
Oh look, Digger's junk over.
Well, if you remember yesterday, we had a blown tire, so put a tire on, $20-some hundred. And we also found that this bolt, and this bolt had broke, I guess, when she dropped down. So I didn't video any of it because it was just about dark and we had a load we had to get done. So me and my brother hurried up, jacked it up, put all new bolts in her, and that is that. I didn't video it because we were in a rush. It was getting dark. I had one load left. Bear with me for a minute. Had one load left, and we got moved over to this new farm tonight, or last night at dark, so that's why we were trying to hustle. Got all the trucks moved over this morning, got the field opened up. So then I went home and got the tool pickup because the combine was a gallon low in oil. So I'm getting ready to put oil on it. I do got a full bin on. As soon as I get the oil in and everything, I'll go dump, and then we'll get to cut the rest of it. This is 1197 Pioneer. It's doing all right. It's a little sandy back here. I think these fields over here is going to do really well, but this field right here is not. It's just a horrible sand field. I am very shocked. Right here by the woods, this is normally a horrible deer farm, but right here by the woods, the corn is beautiful. So that disease must really be killing deer, because this is hard to believe right here. And right here by the woods, this whole end is normally just ate up, and for some reason, I mean, it's tall corn too. You can see it's taller than the top of the cab, but it's still doing good. That's just incredible. Incredible. This is 1197 Pioneer right here. Then of course you get away from the woods, there's a bad spot right here. So don't say I don't show you the bad spots. Here's the bad spots. Well, this is a good spot. But there's another bad spot up here. I don't know if it flooded or if it got dry in this spot or what. But it's still doing good. 1197 Pioneer. Very surprising. You can see the bad spot right in there coming up. But I still got a lot more corn to cut. See how short it gets. I'll show you, this is what kills your average. And I don't know why this happened, because this is actually a good part of the field. But something happened. You'll see it, she'll start dropping down. There you go. Spots like this kill your average. I don't know why, it's a good part of the field. But, not right now, it's not. You can see how short it is right here. And I know I put nitrogen on everything, fertilizer, I don't know. Then it gets good again. That's the only bad spot I've seen so far. Of course, I finally got the hoppers lined up. I had to get this part of the field opened up so I could get them turned around and put them on the driveway, but I'll have this one loaded right now. I got some bins on that one. Very surprised how good this corn is over here. I didn't think that it would be this good, but it is. Very surprised. Not bragging, just showing you 1197. It still holds. I mean, it's still a good variety. It's crazy, but it is. It's doing a good job. Hard to believe that. I mean, 1197 has been out since I can't remember when it wasn't out. Let's just put it that way. It's just crazy. So I'm just going to open up the fields. I got 2 inrows down here I got to do, and I'll go dump this bin, then go open up another one. That way, when I'm going to go unload these 3 hoppers today, and then I'm going to load them all back up. That way I ain't got to worry about opening any fields up and everything. I can just start rolling in. Well, I got a row of shade. I don't know how I messed up with that one, but I did. But anyway, I got all this cut. I just got a big field behind me I got to finish, but got all the trucks reloaded. I went and loaded them all and then unloaded them. So, and now I got them reloaded. Look at the row of shade. Look what it's doing. Isn't that horrible? And you all say I don't ever show you the horrible stuff. Good morning. It's Sunday. Not going to do any cutting today. I got everything loaded, but I am going to blow the combine off and get it ready for tomorrow. I got, as you can see, I got all this cut yesterday. I got about a load left over here I got to do. Got everything loaded. I hauled cut 3 yesterday, hoppers, loaded them, took them to the granary, dumped them, and then I came back and loaded them again, all 3 of them again. Got done at, I don't know, dark or whatever. So corn's doing pretty good. I think this farm's averaging like 165. The corn is really good in some places, and then you can see this sand hill right here. You see right there, it just kills me. All right, my dad would call me. Yeah, I'm just gonna blow her off. They're gonna bring the fuel wagon over. We're gonna put fuel in her. That should carry us on this side of town. We got 60 acres. I hope so. I got this load left, then I got 60 acres to cut custom work down the road, and then we got to go over and cut 50 acres of ours. and before I head back across town. So, but yeah, this is that sandhill right there kills this whole farm, because we didn't have any deer damage back here. I don't know if that disease has got in them or what, but I mean, I was cutting 180, 190. You saw it up against the woods, and normally this farm right here is deer. I mean, they kill deer over here like crazy. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how hunting goes this year for the guys. All right, so I have moved to a different farm. I got our farm done today. I had a load left, so now I've cut all this. There's a bunch on the other side of the barn there, and I've still got all that to cut. This is for a neighbor of ours. We don't plant it or spray it, but we cut it every year. It doesn't matter if it's corn or soybeans. We cut it. So I don't even know what kind of corn this is. Probably like a local brand or something, I think. It's not doing too bad. It's dry. It's running anywhere from 13 to 16. That's route 12, and that's 113 right there. Highway. I haven't been videoing much today. I've been trying to get this done because we still got another farm down the road I want to get to, and either start cutting it tonight or at least get everything moved there tonight after we get this done. I think this is like 60 acres, 62 acres or something. So, like to get this done, and then that'll be our last farm for corn. We got like 50 some acres down the road here, so I'd like to get in there at least tomorrow and get that knocked out. And then the same people that's on this side of town that own this, they own a farm, 2 farms right by me on the other side of town by our home farm. So after we get ours done, we got to go cut those 2 farms. And give a shout out to Danny. So trying to get it done, not videoing much today. So remember, it's just me. I'm not like Larson Farms where I got 15 people working for us and videoing, and that's what they got to do to make it interesting. So it's just me out here. So I can only video and do what I can as I can. So just bear with me. I'll show you what I can when I'm available and free to do it. All right. So you want to see bad corn? Now remember, this farm had the sludge on it. I cut all that over there. So right now, 80 some bushels. Now every year we get sludge put on, but we always come back with like 10, 15 gallons of nitrogen, and you know, we're pushing 170 to 200 bushel corn. This year he wanted to be cheap and not put anything on it, thought the sludge would do it, but it just didn't. You know, now I have hit 200 bushels in some spots. Some spots I've hit 0. But right now, it's averaging right around 100, something like that. Horrible. This is our last farm that we got of ours. We got to go cut a neighbor's. We'll be done with corn after this for ourselves. But I started August 12th and it is September 20th. So I've been cutting corn a little bit over a month. But this is horrible corn. So This is the only farm that is like this, and this is the only farm that we didn't spend any money on. We didn't have any input costs in this farm whatsoever. So it'll average probably 100 bushels, 120 bushels, something like that. That's horrible. I mean, yeah, you might think it's great with no input costs, but I could have did close to 200. Putting a little bit more, putting something on here. So, because the sludge works, it's really good. It's really good when you add a little bit of stuff to it later in the year. So, last farm for us and worst farm for us. But that's what happens when you want to go cheap. So you have spots where it'll jump up. Like I said, I've been over 200 in some spots, but most of it ain't like that. Most of it's running right around 100. So it is what it is. I mean, some of you might look at it as it did good for no input costs, but I don't. I want bushels. Alright, well, I'm cutting the next to the last farm. I got one more farm after this. It is September 23rd or the 4th. I'm not sure what day it is, but it's one of them. And the corn's doing pretty good. This is where you want to cut corn at. Anywhere from 20 to 23%. You hardly have any butt shelling. You get all your total yield. And this is how I feel you need to cut corn. Not when it's... If you look at our cornfields that we let get down to 15, 16%, we got corn coming up everywhere because I had so much header butt shelling. And the bushels that we would have got that's left out there on the ground would have overtook the little cost of drying that it would have took. It's just ridiculous. I don't like farming like that, but my old man does, and I don't agree with it. I can't wait until we are fully in charge and can get irrigation and our own grain tanks and dryer. And this is how I want to cut corn. I don't like leaving bushels out in the field. That's what we're doing. But this is perfect. Alright, here is the last pass of 2022. Corn harvest. This is custom work we're doing. So, last pass, cutting corn. There was a little fauna here somewhere. I don't know. There it is. There he is. See him running. She stayed as long as she could. That's it. 2022 corn harvest is over. Now on the soybeans. Yeah, we left a lot of corn out in the field this year. I'd say I was probably losing 4 or 5 bushels an acre cutting our corn as dry as it was, and then corn $8 and just say 700-800 acres of corn. That's $32,000 that we left out in the field this year. That would pay a dryer and a grain tank payment once a year. It just don't make no sense. I just don't understand it. I don't know. Doesn't make no sense to me, but when I'm able to do it, I'm not going to farm like that. I'm going to have pivots up, my own grain tanks, and a dryer, and not gonna do what we're doing now. Trust me. But the problem is, I'll probably be 60, 70 years old by then and won't be able to do it. So right now, I'm just wasting years, basically. I don't know. You can't leave bushels out in the field. It's just disgusting. this will be the end of the video. Like, subscribe, share. I have been cutting a lot of corn. I just haven't showed a lot. Just trying to get done. You know, it's like you want to get started cutting corn, then you want to get done cutting corn because you got lines, trucks are sitting in lines. You know, you're wasting a lot of time at the granary. I'd give anything to have my own tanks and dryers. Anything to have them. I think they pay for themselves. It'd be more efficient. You wouldn't have as much butt balls. You cut it when you want to cut it. You cut it as long as you want to cut it. But it is what it is. So, yeah, just keep watching. There's a lot more going to happen. I got, like I said, another farm to do. That'll probably start on another video. And then you'll see us start putting wheat and cover crop in. We got a lot of that to do. And then I'm going to put vetch in this year. 200 acres of vetch. And see how that does for corn going into it next year. So, see you later. Alright, I'm getting ready to do the dirty job that everybody hates to do. But I drive it, so I got to take care of it. Alright, just to give you all an update, remember when the wheat had the vomitoxin? So we just did get it settled. We really didn't get it settled. Once again, we got screwed over. Yes, Purdue was right. The chemical company, Nutrient, came and took the samples and sent it to University of Delaware or something and had it done. So then they tried to, I guess it did have it in it, but then they wanted to know how we mixed it, sprayed it. So I had it right here where the salesman told me how to mix it and all that. Mixed it right, sprayed it. So now they're trying to say that the frost hurt us, which that's a lie. We didn't have any frost anywhere close to our wheat hitting. But they've sold, I guess, my dad on that theory, so he's gullible with them anyway. But they, you know, they're supposed to stand behind that product if it doesn't work. But once again, a big company like that doesn't want to stand behind it and want to make excuses that somebody else's fault. So once again, the farmer gets screwed. So, but that's fine because I've been dealing with FBN a lot more lately. So we're going to get a lot more stuff from them. And I mean, it's quick, same stuff, a lot cheaper. They ship it right to the farm for free shipping. So if anybody's out there, remember that the big chemical companies would definitely screw you over. And go with a plate. You know, I'm not sponsored by FBN or anybody. So, but I started using them and found out that they're pretty good. And they're a lot cheaper per gallon than the local people are around here. Well, I guess Nutrient's not local, but our local place anyway. So, just a reminder, you can always go online and buy the same stuff. A lot cheaper and be a lot happier. So, once again, we got screwed, but we learned. We know next time. Look, here's the #1 guy. People are coming up to him. That guy messaged me on here and said he mentioned it. We're getting his turbo till adjusted.
Shout out to the Hurlock farmer.
Yeah, I forget. I got his name on here.
I can't remember what it. I didn't see the name on the truck. I just seen Hurlock.
Matthew Minton. That was your name. My brother was glad to meet you. Even though I'm the star of the channel, he's second star.
Yeah.
Distant once over there, this is distant twice. I'm trying to get away from having to disc it again. So we spread it out. But so we really have to. And it's cold and windy today. It's crazy how the temperature changed. ground ready. If you want to look at how dry we were cutting corn, just look at the corn coming up. We were cutting it at 15%, and with the header loss, it's just not worth it. I'm telling you, cut corn at 22-23%, you don't have the bud shelling. And yes, you have moisture dry down costs, but it's nowhere near what you're losing out in the field. It's just dumb how we do things. And you can't talk sense into them. You just can't talk sense into them. I'd have my own dryer and tanks, and I'd be cutting it at 23%. And you can still dry it cheaper than what you're losing. I don't know, but you know, this is the way we've always done it. You know, it's just dumb. But anyway, we're getting wheat ground ready, and I think that's stupid too because wheat has cost us so much money every year. If we could get the price that you're supposed to get for it, that's fine. But when you have Purdue and these other companies that are paying $2 below what it's supposed to be, and then the chemical companies don't cover the chemical that doesn't work, then you know, sometimes you gotta say it's not worth it. I'd rather have pivots up, my own tanks, and I'd be doing a lot more early corn and soybeans, and I could get my early corn off earlier, dry it down, store it, and get the beans in a lot earlier with the pivots. If it doesn't rain, that's fine, because the pivots would make the beans work. But you can't talk sense into anybody anymore. You just keep wanting to do the same thing they've done for 45 years. And then you spend all your corn crop money paying all your wheat bills off. It's just a losing situation. Especially when you deal with a company that one company that don't want to cover the chemical that doesn't work, and then when they tell you they will, and then the other company that don't want to pay, you know, wheat was 11 something this year, 12 something I saw, you know, Purdue don't want to pay but $9, $8. But the chemicals and the nitrogen that you had to put on it were sky high, so you were screwed. So I wouldn't grow wheat. Not one bit would I grow harvest wheat. It's just not working. But it is what it is, and I definitely wouldn't be cutting no corn at 15%. Ever, 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 ever would I do that. Ever. I mean, you can't talk sense into it. I mean, when you show them the corn on the ground, and you know, I bet you we lost $50,000 in corn this year on all of our acres. It is what it is, and we never can update our corn head. We just keep rebuilding. You know, it's an old corn head. You can't never get a better, newer model that is a little bit more efficient. So, it is what it is. We're going to keep losing. So, that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, share. I'm just got the big disc and the big tractor out here getting ground ready for wheat. See you later.